unacceptable, inhuman conditions. We can't just sit here and say, well, we know exactly, how those young women and children, what they go through. We know how they feel. We know what it's like to be exploited, because we don't.
Suzanne Mubarak believes there is a business solution to this human misery. She is calling on the corporate world to address the underlying causes of human trafficking.
I sat with them. I said, you have a very important role to play. You have the resources, you have the capacity, and you can afford. You have to pay back to your society.
One of Egypt's leading businessmen, Sami Sawiris, was persuaded. His company is building a new town called Haram City on the edge of Cairo. Eventually it will house 500,000 people, some of them from Cairo's poorest areas.
Ownership is something that we all know works if you want to make people have a continuous sense of belonging to a country, to a town, to a neighborhood. And that's why we said, how can we get people to own something? And we talked to the government about helping a little bit, so they accepted to give us the land against us committing not to sell it to rich guys with building big villas.
For Sawiris, it's work in progress.
Oops, dead end. I wanted to take it over there, but obviously I'm lost.
The development of Haram City as a place for people from a variety of incomes is the key that Sawiris believes would unlock the problems of poverty and trafficking. Job creation to give its inhabitants regular money is a major part of the plan. This plant recycles all the town's rubbish and employs local people.
Look at it this way. The guy gets married, after a while they find themselves with 5-6 kids. The guy is constantly out of a job, from one job to the other. And then one day they wake up and there's the guy knocking on the door saying, your daughter is 16 or 15. I have a guy that wants to marry her and he will take care of her and you, and he will pay you £10,000. So this guy has two choices. Either he says, no, I won't sell my daughter, and then the 6 children are going to bed without food, or he says yes, sacrifices one girl and everybody can survive for the next year or two. Does he have a choice? I don't think so. Because he also knows that if they're thrown out on the street and they have nothing to eat, that sooner or later one of those kids or all the kids will go begging or basically start selling themselves.
His theory was put to the test soon after he started building. In 2008, hundreds of people were killed and thousands made homeless after a rock slide crushed a slum area of Cairo. Several hundred of the survivors, so-called rock people, were rehoused in Haram City.
Okay, this is the most exciting part of the project. These are the rock people's commercial area. You know, they love this, infringing on the street, on the sidewalk, and this individualism.
The rock people brought with them the untidy chaos of an inner city area and a small but significant crime wave.
It's been quite successful. From having crime like a standard procedure every day among them, we now have from time to time 1 or 2 fights or people stealing something, but overall you can say that they've started also self-policing, like don't do this, they're going to accuse all of us.
There are no policemen in Haram City. The developer's answer was to take the risky decision of creating a security force from within the community itself.
فرض امن امن على الناس وامن انشاءات بالنسبه للشركه، محافظه على حاجه الشركه وكده، ومشاكل بتاع كده يعني ما بين السكان مع بعضينا كده، يعني احنا اصلا من السكان مع بعضينا اهل ببعض اصلا، مش كفرض عليهم يعني، مش تمام، لان هم ناس متفاهمين بكل شيء.
The rock people are bringing their own culture to Haram City. Some of the cafes and shops are run by evacuees.
بعد ما المبنى اللي فيه لقمة عيش اتهد ما كانش فيه على مصدر لقمة عيش.
How
اليوم متعايشة والحمد لله بنعمل برضه الناس دي معانا.
Look at the guy, super proud of it now that he owns a shop. Do you think a guy like this would sell his child anymore? Impossible. He doesn't need it. He has a business, he has a house. So why would he do that?
A down payment of $2,000 is matched by a government subsidy and will secure a mortgage on a two-bedroomed house. It's an economic model Sawiris is pioneering in other parts of the world. In the center of the new town, there are 3 schools, a mosque, and a permanent shelter for street children.
دلوقتي أحسن ولا دلوقتي أحسن ليه؟ حاسة بإيه فرق؟
عشان وانا كنت بيت بابايا كانت مراته بتضربني.
مرات باباكي كانت بتضرب وأنت أحسن دلوقتي ليه؟
هنا في تحسن في تقدم في التعليم.
قبل كده ما كنتش بتتعلمي؟
لا بتعلم بس محدش حمسنا أكتر من دلوقتي.
This is not about just making money, this is about creating a model that needs to be copied elsewhere, and that's basically what we're trying to achieve.
Modern-day slavery. The means to end it may seem an elusive goal.
It is daunting. It is a tremendous challenge, but from the very first day, we have not proclaimed that we are going to solve the problem. But what we really need to do now is to form very strong private-public partnerships on the global level. We really have to come together and take it seriously and be committed. We hope to get humanity back. We hope to bring back the value of human life.
Education for the most vulnerable in society, building a secure future, will stop human beings becoming a commodity for sale.